Hey, good morning, y'all. Come on in. It is day 3. We up in here. It's Thursday. Happy Thursday to you. Come on in, come on in. I am so excited. We are moving through. We are getting through this week. So come on in. I'm waiting for you. Man, it's Thursday already. Can you believe it? Right. So I'm trying to get this share thing done. Good morning. And happy Thursday to you. Welcome to day 3. We are about to get this going. I'm so happy to have you here. Let's go. I'm excited. Are you excited today? I am. So a few more seconds to get just a few more to join, and then we're going to get going. Going to get moving. A couple more shares. All right. All right. Good morning to you. All right, all right. We are live. We are here. We are on day 3. Happy Thursday to you. I'm so excited. This week is moving. I don't know about you, but I just feel like this week is moving. So I want to get going because as I promised, it's day 3. We are here. We are living for I'm living for this week. Like, I don't know about you, but I really am. I am living for this week. So what's going on? What's going on? I don't want to keep you all day because I know I could talk, but I want to just get going. So thank you. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to have you here. As you know, this week we are doing 5 days. I'm giving you 5 tips on how to get your best results, right? How to get your best results from using the tool, which is my book, One Mountain Down, 90 Days of Living Your Highest Life and Becoming Your Greatest Self. Okay, so today is day 3. And if you missed any of the days, just for recap, the first day we talked about decision. So every day, because I'm gonna build, right? So if this is your first day joining, welcome. I do suggest getting a pen and paper and writing these down because you will see how they all build on top of each other. But day 1 was Tuesday, and the first step was decision. Make a decision. And the reason decisions are so important is because decisions lead your actions. Everything that we do comes behind the decisions that we make, right? So day 1 was decision. Day 2 was commit. Once you made a decision on the way that you want to go, commit to that. And commit to yourself, because that becomes an obligation to yourself. And we have to start seeing our words that we hold to ourselves, the promises that we make to ourselves. We have to see them as obligations, just like we're obligated to anything else. If we sign a contract with someone else, we're going to do our end to make sure that we abide by those terms. So when we make a commitment to ourselves, we need to obligate and abide by the terms that we have, because all we have is our word, right? All right. So we're here, day 3. The third tip on how to get the best result using the book One Mountain Down, okay? Ready? Got your pen and paper? All right. So we have decision, decide, we have commit, and now we have trust. Okay? Did you get that? Excuse me. My apologies. Day 3, trust. Trust? Trust who and trust what? I'm glad you asked. So let's talk about what trust is first and how that plays into you getting your best results. So when you have trust, that is an undeniable, relentless belief. Okay? Belief in something or someone, right? So we all have, best friends. I trust my best friend. I trust my spouse. I trust my parents. When you trust something or trust someone, you have no doubt in your mind that whatever you may need, whatever you go to them about, whatever you may be lacking, whatever you are desiring, you trust. I mean, you have knowing no doubt that that person or that someone or that thing that you're trusting is gonna come through. And so it's the same way with ourselves. So when you decide and when you're on your 90-day journey to get the best result, trust the decision that you made and trust the process and trust yourself that you're going to commit and do the work necessary to stay obligated to yourself to get the result. You have to trust in yourself. And you have to trust in the journey. We are in a society of instant gratification. Okay, and I'll be honest, I've been a victim of it too. Okay, still fight it. We want everything right now. We want everything to turn out just so right now. And when that doesn't happen, we begin to doubt. We lose trust and faith in the process. We start doubting our decisions. Did I make the right decision? If our progress doesn't look like the person next to us, we start to think that somewhere down the line, our thinking is wrong. Our decisions are wrong. So then we back away from the decision that we made. We start saying, hey, maybe this is what I needed. I was wrong about this. Let me try something different, right? And so what you have to understand is that trust, unrelentless belief in yourself and your decision is what's going to help get you the result. The result that you're looking for, the result, what you're deciding, what you want to see, what you want to accomplish. You're going to see it if you trust yourself and you trust the process. You have to trust the process. You have to understand everything worth having, everything worth doing, that comes with time. If you really look at it, the things that are important, the things that really impact you, the things that make a difference in your life, it comes with time. And so you have to trust yourself and trust the process that in time, you are going to get the result that you want if you commit to your decision. But the thing about it is some people will say, well, I don't really feel comfortable with myself and my decisions because I don't really trust myself. I don't know how to trust myself. I've made bad decisions, I've gotten bad results before. I don't believe that I myself can carry out this task. But the thing about that is, first of all, trusting yourself or a lack of trusting in yourself is a segue to your confidence and your belief in yourself. Because remember, trust is an unrelentless, undeniable belief in someone or something. So if you don't have trust in yourself, how are you going to have the belief that you can accomplish your 90 days and see your results? You're not going to. You can make a decision. You can even say, I'll obligate myself to the decision. I commit. But if you don't trust yourself and trust the process, it's not going to happen. So you have to learn to build trust in your decisions. You have to learn how to gain trust in your commitment to yourself. And so a lot of people don't trust themselves because they look on the things that they've done in the past. They look at the decisions and the results that they've gotten in the past. Well, you'll keep hearing me say this past because it's actually an acronym that I use that's in the book. And the problem is people spend so much time focusing on the past and their past mistakes that they're unable to move forward. And so when I say past, what do I mean? Past stands for preoccupation about spent time. PAST, preoccupation about spent time. So focused on the past, what you've done, that you can't move forward. You don't move forward in your ability to trust yourself making new decisions because you're always comparing yourself to who you were in the past. Now, I'm not saying that we don't learn from our past. Absolutely we do. Okay? There's a blessing in every lesson, right? You take those golden nuggets that you need and they help catapult you to the next level. They help push you, right? You don't know where you're going or where you want to be until you look where you've been, right? So I know writing this book, writing One Mountain Down, 90 Days, it catapulted me because I was able to look at where I am, where I've been, but I'm focused on where I'm going. So learning to trust in yourself, focus on where you're going. Don't sit up and be preoccupied about the time that you spent. You're not going to get that back. Because what happens is when you start preoccupying, start just thinking about and living in the past, right? Of course you're going to get the same result. You're doing the same thing. You're in the same place, in the same mindset that you were then. So of course you're going to get the same results. So when I say trust yourself, you have to learn how to trust yourself to say, you know what? I see where I was at. I see the mistake or the lesson that I'm getting from the past. But I'm going to trust that I have been able to sift and get the nuggets, what I need to know from that lesson to move me forward. I trust that. I trust me. You have to learn to focus forward. Take the lesson that you need. Don't sit in the past, but take the lesson that you need. What am I learning from this? Why did I go through this situation? What is it that I am supposed to take from this? Once you've got that lesson, trust it. Trust yourself. Believe that you're not going to go back. Right? We're scared. We're creatures of habit. Right? We don't like getting out of our comfortable places. If we've got this level, we know this level, right? I know this. I know from doing this. I know if I do this, what's going to happen. Sometimes we know exactly what you're going to say, when you're going to say it, how you're going to say it, and the reaction that you're going to get from others. And honestly, for a lot, that's good. It's a comfort. They know their boundaries. They know where they can go. But the problem with that is when you're at this level, when you're trusting, what are you pushing? You are not pushing. You're not becoming your greatest self. You're not living your highest life. You're living your stagnant life. You're living and operating and thinking at one level. And we attract what we are, what we think. So when you're thinking and operating at one level, everything and everyone that you gather to you, guess what? They're going to be at that same level too. That is why you have to trust you first. You have to trust yourself first. You have to trust your decision. You have to trust your commitment that you're going to push yourself. that you're no longer going to stay at this level. And I'm not saying go from here to here, because that's where you lose trust as well. When you're at one level and you try to jump 6 and 7 levels without doing the work, without going through the process, that's where you start to fall. You start to see, I told you I couldn't do it. It's levels to this. So in order for you to gain the trust in yourself, your belief that you're not going to let yourself down, that you actually have what it takes, which I know you do. You have what it takes to commit yourself to becoming your greatest self. You have it in you. You have to start seeing your wins. So in order to begin trusting yourself, you have to start looking at your small wins. You know, there's that saying, fake it till you make it. I understand the theory behind that, but I don't really make it, because you're faking it, you're not being authentic. So if you should make it, right, are you going to be able to stay at that level where you've made it to? You won't, because you've been faking it the whole time. You've never done the internal work. You've never gone through the full process. You haven't been authentic. So I don't like that term, fake it till you make it. What I believe is, in every level that you go with trusting yourself, you have to start seeing your small wins. Every little step gets you there. When you are walking, when you are marching, when you are climbing, when you are whatever you're doing, you don't get anywhere from here to there. It takes time. Even if you want to go across the world from one side of the country to the other side of the country, guess what? It takes time. You can get there quickly. There are different routes and different ways. You can drive cross country. Some people have walked across country. Some people have swam across. That's their greatest self, right? I'm proud of them. But what I'm saying is, there are different ways to get there, but it all requires time. And it's piece by piece by piece. So for yourself, when you're learning to trust yourself, allow yourself to win. Allow yourself to be proud of your accomplishments. Because let's say, okay, again, you guys know I always use myself. Right now, my journey is, of course, becoming healthy, getting healthy, dropping this weight, right? That's the journey I'm on right now. Because for me, I know that health is wealth. My health is the most important thing, because that's what's going to keep me going from now until forever. So no, I'm not expecting to wake up and just be skinny tomorrow, but I have to take the steps. So my steps, drinking water. Last night when I served dinner, I didn't eat the carbs, right? I ate dinner with my family and I wasn't tempted. So that's a small win. But you understand that when you're building a building, when you're building a tower, whatever you're building, it's those little pieces. You don't get a skyscraper without laying the foundation. And that foundation is what's built on. And it's layer by layer by layer. So when you're trusting in yourself, learning to trust in yourself, learning to trust in your decisions, take it layer by layer by layer. Today was a win. I accomplished this. It might not be, if your goal is saving. I wanted to go and get a 2 for $5. It's only $5. But instead I took that $5 and I put it in my account. Or I went and bought some marketing material. Right? Those are wins. Because what you're doing is you're training yourself. You're training yourself to see your new self. You're training yourself to say, hey, I can keep my commitment. I said I was going to do this, so I made a decision. I committed to that decision, so I obligated myself to it, and I did it. Oh, I can trust myself. What's next? That's the importance of moving forward. Moving forward, moving from your past allows you to start trusting the new you. Because I can attest, I know for myself, I'm not the person that I was 90 days ago. I'm not the person that I was 6 months ago. I'm not the person that I was yesterday. Because every time I see myself win, it puts a new star. You know how we give kids, little stickers and stars and moving down the little ladder of their accomplishments? Every time I win, even if they're small wins, I give myself a star. That star for me is a new thought that I can trust my word, that I can trust what I'm going to do. And once I have that trust in myself, that unrelentless belief that I can carry out what I set out to do, that's how I finish. That's how I get through. So trust. Make a decision. That's step one. Commit yourself, obligate yourself to that decision, and trust your word, trust your commitment, trust your belief, and trust your ability to be able to win, to be able to carry out your commitment. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. And let me tell you something. Trust has to be earned, right? We say that about anyone. Trust is earned. Allow yourself to earn your trust. Earn your trust by your small wins. I don't care if it's decluttering your closet. I don't care if it's getting out and literally just walking to your curb and back. If you have not been active, getting out and walking to your curb and back, guess what? That's more active than you've been. Take the win. Allow yourself to earn your trust. And then guess what? The next day, walk to the end of the block and come back. Those are small wins. Allow yourself to gain your trust. Because when you have trust in yourself, an unrelentless belief, and a commitment to yourself, guess what? Nobody can turn you away from your journey. Nobody can turn you away, not even yourself. Because again, you're retraining yourself. You won't even detract yourself from getting down your mountain, from living your highest life and becoming your greatest self. Because you've been proving yourself. You've been gaining your trust in your word. So trust yourself and understand that it's not going to be perfect. Your journey is not going to be perfect. You're going to have some days where you're like, I'm done. I'm ready to give up. But refuse. Refuse to give up on yourself. Right? Like, just refuse. There are certain things in life, like, honestly, I refuse. I refuse to do it and I refuse to give up. My dream, pushing myself, I refuse. And that's for me. Do you think it hasn't been obstacles? Honey, let me tell you. It's been obstacle after obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. But having enough trust and belief in myself and my dream, no, I can't give up. And when you're starting to push yourself forward, when you're coming from that mindset of moving from your past, looking at where you're at now and moving forward, understand there are going to be people that come out of the woodwork. There are going to be people that try to knock you down. There are going to be people who continuously bring up the old you. There are going to be people that constantly want to pull you back into that old remembrance, that old lifestyle, that old habit, that old everything. Because people like to hang around people who are like them. Okay? So you look at your circle, that's what you're like. The 5 people in your closest, who are closest to you. So if you're trying to elevate yourself and move past, of course they're going to want to pull you back. You're part of their circle. But see, you have to have enough trust in yourself and your belief and your confidence in your decisions to be able to carry out your commitments. That even if that means you have to walk alone, trust in that. Trust in it. Because your journey, your walk, your obligation, your commitment to yourself and the decisions that you make, that's what's going to push you. That's what's going to get you to be your highest self. And like I said yesterday, when you move forward, when you elevate yourself, that is what trickles down. You prove, you set the precedence, you teach others around you to start trusting in themselves, to start trusting in their decisions. But the truth of the matter is, you can't make anyone do anything that they don't want to do. So you have to trust and rely on yourself and your decisions, your commitments. Trust yourself. Trust your ability. Build on your wins. Okay? So that's today's tip. So for a recap, we are on day 3. What's going to push you? How are you going to get the best results out of your book? How are you going to get the best results out of your journey? How are you going to get one mountain down? How are you going to live your highest life and become your greatest self? Make a decision, commit, and trust your decision. Trust the process. Trust yourself to carry out, to commit to your decision. Okay? So I want to thank you all again for joining me. I love being on here in the morning with you guys. This really makes my day. If you have not gotten your book yet, listen, get your book. Get your book. Go to my website, onemountaindown.online. Order your book there. Join my Facebook group. You can catch me at Coach Ashley Elizabeth. You can also on Instagram as Coach_Ashley_Elizabeth. So Coach Ashley Elizabeth. We're in this journey together. Like I told you guys, we're in this together. This is just we're going to keep going every day. Every day. We're going to push ourselves. We're going to trust ourselves. We're going to commit ourselves to our decisions, and we're going to do this together. I am grateful and thankful for all of you, the love and support. I just truly, it keeps me going. It keeps me going. It really does. I love you so much. Like, tag, share this video. We making changes, y'all. We're making changes in our lives. We're making changes in our loved ones' lives. And we're going to go world over, all around. I am grateful to you guys. One Mountain Down is an internationally selling book. That's because of you. That's because of you guys. And I can't thank you enough. So I love you. I appreciate you. Go out. Trust yourself. Trust your decisions. Learn to regain your trust. Believe in yourself and appreciate your wins. Allow yourself to appreciate your small wins, because those small wins are what's going to build you up. It's going to build you up, okay? So I love you. Have a great day, and I will catch you tomorrow for day 4. Bye, guys.